How's it going, guys? We are going to be looking at a Tesladin build today. This one is complete and not budget, so we're going to have 20 skills into Salvation and Resist Lightning for our passives to Holy Shock. We are going to have just enough to reach 150 Resist All with our Conviction. That's going to depend on how much plus skills you have. We're going to have 1 point into Holy Shield and 20 into Zeal. You are going to have some extra points in left over. And at this point you can pick Sacrifice for some extra damage or Holy Shield for some extra defense. Now into the meat and potatoes. We got ourselves a somewhat low rolled Grief, but it does its job. That's F tier low Malral. That is going to be your best in slot. We got our Chains of Honor. We finally have our Jaws for our 2 Dreams, which is going to provide us with our Holy Shock. We have War Travs, which is nice for our MF. We're still using the Dwarf Star and the Raven Frost. We have our String of Ears, and we don't even need Drax anymore for the lifesteal because the Laying of Hands with everything else just does so much damage. Now for our charms we have Geeves and pretty much just various attack rating ones. We have our Annie, and we have our Torch. Now in total, when you look at our resistances, we're just shy of 75 on our cold, 62 on our poison. The lightning resist that we did for our defensive aura skill raises our max to 85, and the gloves bring us to 75 for the laying of hands. For our stats, we have 66 base strength, 122 base dex, and everything else is just dumped into vitality. You need enough strength to be able to wear your gear, and enough dex to hit your max block with the Dream. And this is in a Sacred Targe that had 14 base all resist. You can obviously get that rolled quite a bit higher. So without further ado, let's go chop some stuff and show this build off. Pop our Holy Shield. Make sure we got Conviction, and we will charge. Now we're just going to Zeal everything. And voila. Easy peasy, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Now let's go and get to something a little bit harder. Now this build performs wonderfully everywhere in the game because of your Conviction. You are going to find it is quite a bit slower than your Enigma. Looks like we don't have our charges repaired on our TP staff. That's not too big a deal though. And it's not going to AoE clear as fast as something like, let's say, the Blizzsorg or the Hammerdin. But it is very, very tanky. It pretty much never dies. You can run Ubers with just the smallest adjustments. I have a G-face. That is all I have to swap out to be able to run Ubers. Now the only thing tankier than this as a build off the top of my head would be a smiter with the Exile and the Life Tap and the Drax. I'm still missing some of the small charms that we're going to want, like our MF and maybe a couple all resist. But even without that, we are still hitting, I think it was about 140 magic find. Yeah, 140 magic find. And we're still hitting our increased attack speed amount that we need, which is 72. And that damage to demons just makes you blow everything up. So if we rush through here, we are just going to go straight for a quick Diablo run. We did forget to stock up on potions, I guess. But that's alright. We're going to just clear this stuff so we can grab the mana potions. And we're going to grab that small charm. Maybe some juvies. This is just too good to let go. We want to make sure we're getting all the champions as we're going through. Now we will just use these. Double check if that's okay. No, it is most definitely not. Now normally you want to stay away from these fanaticism guys. Honestly though, we can just tank them. Now I am going to end the build once we kill Diablo the video, simply because Bale takes a little bit too long to get to.
Death can save you from me.
And look at how fast that melts Diablo. And we got a ring. So let's take a look at what that is. Oh, Nagel. Not too bad though, 23. Now if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And have yourselves a wonderful day.